Welcome here. Today I'm going to go through my grow room and show you my current list of best practices, whatever you want to call it, products that I like to use to get the best possible produce out of my grow. One hydroponic radish. I've had great success using the methods I'm going to share with you guys today. I guess we'll kind of start out exactly where seeds start out, and that's at germination. So for that, this product here has given me some of the best germination out there. I'm not sure what's in it or how it works or why it works, but it definitely does work. It was never my intention to use it for that, but it just so happens it's great at it, so why fuss with it? All you do is just take a pinch of this and plant it with whatever your seeds you're planting. I don't know what's in there, but the germination success is way higher if I use this than if I don't. So really liking that. You can also see, and users or viewers of the channel definitely know, I'm always endorsing Great White. Yes, I know this stuff is expensive. This is still my original tin. I've had this stuff for years. A little bit goes a long way. You'll notice I just flipped a little paintbrush off at the top of it. Well, there's a reason for it. Just dip it in the powder and sprinkle it on the roots. Stretch it even further than what it's already intended to go. Otherwise, for germination as well, I'm definitely still using call it the germination station. And that thing is set to 24 degrees. All I do with that for germinating, use a paper towel method, put the seeds in between the layers, make it damp, not wet, not soggy, just damp, and chuck it in there. And that's given me great success there for germination as well. On those really tough to germinate seeds, sometimes fruit nut tree seeds, cactuses can be tougher to germinate. So that's the other method I'm using there. For nutrients, I have two go-tos. The FloraFlex series, really liking this stuff. And Master Blend is the other one. I'll show you those bags here in a sec. What I've been doing with this in my grow behind me, when it is going, it's currently on an aphid cleanse. That's another story. Anyway, teach me to open the window on a summer evening. Lesson learned. Anyway, this stuff here, what I like to do with it is mix it about half and half. So I'll mix 2 pails. They're both 2-part nutrients. One is more towards bloom, and the other one is more of a veg. So I'll take the pails that you see behind me there, and I'll mix 1 pail of the veg, 1 pail of the bloom, and then I'll just dilute that into the reservoir on the side, and that's kind of what runs through my system there. So that's been a really, really good combo. Really liking that nutrient. Very high quality. Definitely one of my go-tos. I've used General Hydroponics in the past, the premixed liquids. Getting away from that, using up what I have, and I'll be sticking with either FloraFlex, or this is how I'm getting the Master Blend series. I'm getting it from Gecko Grow. It's tougher to get in Canada. If you're an American, you're lucky because you can buy the stuff in bulk at a fraction of the price that we can. But it's still cheaper because it's dry, even if you are in Canada. And the results are phenomenal off of it. For pHing my nutrient solution, or keeping my pH in check, I'm using the General Hydroponics pH up and pH down. That's been very consistent, very successful with that method. So I will continue to use those products from General Hydroponics. As far as irrigation goes, the Rainbird system, that has still been working flawlessly for years now, actually. Those drippers are awesome. That is the way to go. I'm sold. I'm not changing that. I've tried other irrigation systems. Rainbird drippers, the way to go for irrigation. Now for lighting my setup, I have tried a couple of different things in the past. Behind me there, yeah, they're at the back there still. On the shelf you can see the old blurple UFO lights. Great success on growing, no complaints. Probably a little bit better than what I'm using right now, but they're heavy on power use. That light uses 333 watts. I'm currently using the Spider Farmer SF1000. For the same size grow area, getting very, very similar results. And they're using a fraction of the power. Not to mention, I mean, there's one going right here. It's white light. It's not that dreaded blurple that you find really tough to look at. So loving the Spider Farmer 1000, SF1000, sorry, that's the model number. I mean, clearly I've got 4 of them right now in the grow room, and I switch them on and off depending on what's going on underneath. But that's my go-to for lighting right now. As far as control and automation, what have I got going on there? I have a Sinop, whatever however you pronounce that, Zigbee plugs, and the automation is run by Habitat. That controls all the lights, all the timers, irrigation, circulation pumps, everything for the entire grow room. Not changing that anytime soon. That's been flawless for me for a long time. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess somebody might ask what I'm using for irrigation pumps as well. So I'm just taking fish tank aquarium pumps or circulation pumps, those little 35 watt deals or whatever. I'll leave links to everything I'm talking about in the description if you're looking at picking some of this stuff up for yourself. But yeah, they're really inexpensive and they last forever. I've literally never replaced one of them. You know, the other thing I should mention as well for people that are planning on doing this inside, this can be a great deal of concern. This room that I'm in is a rug floor. So I don't want water or any kind of schmutz getting onto my floor. So something as simple as these little grommets, they're cheap. You can get them in a bag of 25 or something on Amazon. None of them have ever leaked. Each pail has at least one. Some pails have 2 of them to drain back into the reservoir. And I've never had a leaker on any single one of those grommets. Wherever they are, they've been solid. So leave a link to those. Definitely appreciate having those in their grow room as well. To monitor my pH, I'm using this electronic meter, which is off right now because the whole grow behind me is off and recovering from the aphid apocalypse. That meter has also been really good. I'd highly recommend it. I think you can find that one on Amazon as well. But it's been solid for me. It's worked very good. It's reliable. I think I've calibrated it once where it was out by a tiny little bit, but other than that, no complaints. It's been really solid. If you don't want to buy an expensive pH kit, you can always go to these. I found the General Hydroponics pH kit very reliable, and they last for a long time. I also do have, just out of curiosity, I wanted to try the pH strips. I've tried that, but I've found it's a little bit harder to read than the General Hydroponics one. And I mean, ultimately, my favorite thing is just having a meter in there all the time, because I can just at a glance know exactly what's going on with my nutrient solution. Now, as far as the light cycle, I think it's 14 on, 10 off is what I have it set up as right now. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Comes on, I think it's 7 o'clock in the morning or 8, 10. Yeah, it is 14 hours. 8 o'clock, I think, is when they come on. Then it goes till 10 in the evening. Might be 14 or 15 hours, whatever. An hour isn't going to be the end all, be all, or break all. That's my light cycle. I leave it like that all the time. Doesn't matter what I'm growing, what I've got going on in here. That's always the same cycle. The one in the back there right now is on the same thing. And that's a pineapple that I'm growing there. Actually, I'm helping the wife with a pineapple. Let's be honest here. She wanted to see if she could grow a top. She's seen this thing on TikTok, and you know how it goes, right? Anyway. All right, I think that answers everything to get anybody set up and kind of started with growing. If there's something that I forgot or didn't mention, feel free, ask me any questions you want, leave them down in the comments below. I will do my best to get back to you. If you're new to growing and trying this stuff, either indoors or outdoors, I've really enjoyed it. It's been a hobby I've had going on for multiple years. I do have a little something coming up in spring, a little surprise for you guys there. We're going to be reinventing the strawberry tower. Just to give you a little synopsis of what's going on. But For those of you that are following the channel and want to see how that turns out or how that works, or want to build one for yourself, I'll show you how to do that kind of closer to springtime for next year.